I don't feel this like dread of summer. I just tried on and I'm going to get rid of all of these bikinis because I do have a big chest and I also look like I'm pregnant 24/7. Meow, 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 the world is ending. I'm on my way home from my GP because to me it feels like a bit of a girly thing to do and I don't consider myself to be like a girly. It's Sunday. My husband just left for the gym and I quickly wanted to check in to show you something which I will probably not have time for in the next couple days, at least tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my first day back at work and also I'll be going to the office. And then Tuesday is probably gonna be busy, so let's see. But one thing I got is a bunch of protein bars and it's the protein bars that you've seen me buy in the grocery store. But my favorite ones are very often out of stock, so I just bought a whole pack and it's the vegan peanut protein bar deluxe whatever, but they are so good. And then another thing that I got that I'm really excited about, and that's this organizer. I actually already have the exact same one, but I realized that I could use another one and I'm just quickly gonna show you. So this is the one I already own and it's just so convenient and practical. It has all of my skincare, perfume, all of my makeup, and then other random things like floss, but I find it to be very convenient if you want your things to be organized. And then here in the other bathroom I do have this basket and it's supposed to be for toilet paper, but all of my hormones and all the things have been piling up in here and it's a bit of a mess. I have like face wipes, disinfectant wipes, my estrogen, I have my estriol cream, I have my estriol pessaries, and I have this random neck and chest cream, which I bought weeks ago and haven't really used, but yeah, my neck, you can definitely see that I've lost weight and that I'm a little bit older. Oops. But yeah, I realized that this fits exactly underneath the sink, which is so nice. It's made out of bamboo, just like this unit, which holds one of the litter boxes. And yeah, let's see. I'm actually really excited to set this up. As you know, I love organizing. So yeah, got all of my creams, wipes, everything. Hygiene products, more cream. And then my estrogel is just gonna stay in here because there's not enough space, and then I do have space for toilet paper again. Yay, how exciting is that? Hello, are you cozy? Are you comfy? Another thing I quickly wanted to share is that I downloaded and bought a color analysis app. I feel like I'm going a little bit crazy right now. For the first time in my entire life, I start to become a little bit like interested in fashion, in like, I mean, I've always like tried to look nice or whatever, but I think due to the fact that I've always struggled with my weight, that I never felt like I was slim enough, that I never felt like clothes were actually looking good on me. I was mostly just trying to find things that were sort of fitting. I don't know, especially over the last few years, working from home, being overweight, I just bought clothes that were comfortable and sort of fit me. And what I started doing only over the last few weeks, but I haven't put a whole lot of time into it yet, is to try and figure out my body type, my color season. I don't know if you guys are into this kind of stuff. Again, I just recently started to be kind of interested in this and I'm definitely surprising myself because to me it feels like a bit of a girly thing to do and I don't consider myself to be like a girly. I mean, I'm too old to be one anyway, I suppose, at this point. But yeah, since it looks like I will have to and also gladly want to buy pretty much an entire new wardrobe, I was like, why not put some thought and like research into what actually suits me? And I think I will talk a little bit more about this over the next few days, weeks, whenever it comes up. But where I'm at right now is that I've been typed as a cool winter. I feel like this whole season color theory is so complicated. And in the end, I would probably ideally need to go and see an expert and have it like professionally done. But from everything I've seen and tried, it does seem to make the most sense from all the color palettes that are out there, that I'm actually a cool winter. And also some of the colors I've naturally like gravitated towards in the past, like greens and just black or like gray, white. And then there's some blues that I would probably not have bought, but kind of like on me. So yeah, that's the fun stuff that I've been doing over the last few days since I didn't have much else to do, which was amazing. I'm also somewhere between an apple body shape and a round hourglass, whatever that means. Again, I don't really fall into a very specific category. I feel like you could consider myself an apple because I do have a big chest and I also look like I'm pregnant 24/7, pretty much no matter my weight. But I don't think I have this like generally big upper body, and I do have some sort of waist. I just literally look like I'm pregnant or I have a beer belly. But I also have like thick and muscly legs. So anyway, I don't want to bore you with the stuff. I don't know if any of you have already looked into these kinds of topics. But again, since I will be doing probably a lot of shopping in the next few months, I'm kind of trying to get ready and prepare for that. And I'm starting to get really excited. Like just the fact that I was able to get rid of a couple bikinis that didn't fit me anymore. It's our last day in Dubai and I just tried on, and I'm going to get rid of all of these bikinis and bikini bottoms. I've had them for probably 10-15 years. Some of them are a bigger size that don't fit me anymore. Yay! So excited. And they're also like so worn out. They've seen better days. And those two, they do actually still fit me. But again, I've had them for like 10 years. They're also just old, and I think that's just the beginning of letting go of a lot of clothes that I've had for way too long, and I'm very excited about this. Also the fact that I tried on all of my jeans and all of them fit for the first time in years and years and years. And then just the fact that I know that like 60, 70, 80% of my wardrobe is filled with clothes that I haven't worn in forever, that do have holes in them, that don't really fit me, where I don't like the fabric, and so on and so forth. I'm excited. But just knowing that I will very likely just reach my goal weight just because of this medication is still, it's insane. Anyway, I wasn't even planning on talking for this long, and I will need to continue with my day, and I'll see you soon. It's Monday morning, 6:15. I'm already up since one of our cats woke me up with an alarm. He's like, "Meow, meow, meow, the world is ending. You need to cuddle with me, otherwise I'm gonna die." Yeah, but it's okay. I think I was kind of about to wake up anyway. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy that I'm already up because I'm now going to meditate, finish watching the Space Maker Method. I watched half of it last night, but then I had to get going for the gym. Sneezy, sneezy, sneezy. And I'm really excited to watch the rest. It's kind of become my Sunday routine to watch the Space Maker Method when I have time, which is most Sundays, to be honest. And then I will probably be able to squeeze in making a green juice before going to work, which is really nice. And then, yeah, I'll have to get ready, go to work, get back into reality, and let's see how that goes. It's Monday night, it's almost 6 p.m. I think I'll work for another hour or so because I started a little later today. But yeah, I'm already back home. One thing I didn't quite mention is that we don't have to spend our entire days at the office. So we do have so-called hybrid days, which is why I already left this afternoon after joining all of my meetings. And now I was able to get in some focused work. The benefit of doing this is that I already got in like 9,000 steps, I think, just by going to the office, coming back home, and then getting some work done. But yeah, overall, it wasn't too bad. It feels like a very long day because, again, I've already been to the office and now I've been working from home for a few hours. But yeah, it once again snowed in Berlin. The city is once again covered in snow, and it's gonna stay this way for the next few days. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the last week of proper winter, and then it's supposed to warm up, and instead of snowing it's supposed to be raining. Yay. But yeah, since I went to the gym last night, I decided not to go tonight and instead just stay home, put on the fireplace. I'm gonna make green juice tonight. I feel like I have a bit of a sore throat, so that, at least in my mind, always helps. And I'm really looking forward to a cozy night in. And then tomorrow is going to be a busy day full of meetings. And again, tonight I'll go to the gym. I think I'll be trying out a new class for the first time. It's with heavier weights. So I'm really curious about that. I don't know, for some reason, I'm not one for heavy lifting. I feel like you hear it over and over again that especially like over 40, you're supposed to lift heavy. And I'm like, I just don't. It's funny because I listened to another podcast with Peter Attia, and he was talking about how a lot of his patients say that they don't like the feeling of lifting heavy, that it kind of hurts and it's uncomfortable. And that's exactly how I feel. And I never heard anyone else say that. But every time I try, like either with my husband or I tried with another friend a couple of weeks ago, it's just so, I just really don't like the feeling. And I do love working out. I do like doing body pump with like not a crazy set of weights, but just this like lifting heavy, I always feel like I'm hurting myself or like my bones are gonna break. I don't know if that exactly is a sign that I should do it more often. And I'm still trying to figure out how to get in my resistance training, which I feel like, and I'm hoping, could be anything from lifting actual weights to doing more like resistant bands or like rowing and stuff like that, because that's stuff that I do actually enjoy. But yeah, anyway, need to get some work done. Do you guys want to go outside? I have to admit that I ordered another one. I did not really like the way this looked under the sink, and now I much prefer this one. So I'm going to put everything into the other organizer and we'll put it under the sink, and then I'll show you it looks so much better. I'm on my way home from my GP, and it's not as exciting as I hoped it would be, but she's gonna do a bunch more testing, like general health tests. She's also gonna do another hormone test, and unfortunately I won't be able to see her again for another 5 weeks. I mean, it's not a crazy long time, but still I would have loved to just go home with some testosterone in my hands. But yeah, I mean, that's probably expecting too much. She also said that she might actually refer me to a OBGYN/endocrinologist. I didn't even know they existed, like being both OBGYN and endocrinologist, but it sounds... Happy Friday, it's lunchtime and I just tried on a few clothes that I ordered, and now I wanted to put on nail polish, and I feel like maybe I'm going a little bit overboard, but I'm realizing that I don't have any nail polishes that are actually my color. Sort of. I don't know. I feel like it's currently my new obsession. At least this week, I'm really excited about the idea of finally putting together a new wardrobe, of like buying and wearing stuff that actually suits me. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a challenge. I once again realized that ordering stuff online can be a little bit of a pain because the quality and the fabric is definitely not always what I'm hoping for. And yeah, but nonetheless, I ordered some more clothes just now. It also doesn't help, or potentially does help, that the weather is supposed to pick up next week, so it's gonna be quite warm considering that it's been -10 the last couple nights. So it's actually gonna be like 10-15 degrees and quite sunny, and I'm really excited for spring. It's the first time in a long time that I'm excited for spring because yeah, I do feel so much better. I still feel like I do have a bunch of weight to lose, but like not a crazy amount, and I don't feel this like dread of summer, which I definitely had the last few years, or basically most of my life, let's be honest, because I didn't have anything I wanted to wear. And I think even if I lose the rest of the weight, I will have to do some mental work of like feeling more comfortable and like being confident in trying new clothes and trying new colors, new cuts, new everything. But yeah, I think that's gonna be like my project for the next few months. I'm so excited to get rid of almost my entire wardrobe. A lot of the things have holes in them. They are washed out. I do have like shopping guilt when it comes to clothes. I feel like, I feel like it's commonly known that the clothing industry has quite a negative impact on the environment. At the same time, I'm not really someone who goes like vintage secondhand shopping. It's never been my thing. I'm immediately overwhelmed in secondhand stores, so I could definitely get better with that. Let's see, but for now I think it's just gonna be new clothes, and I also don't want to overdo it for now because I just need a few items, I think, and then it's gonna be, let's see, probably another 3, 4, 5, 6 months before I'm at my final weight, which I'm so excited. Anyway, long story short, it's the weekend. It's been another busy week. But yeah, I need to get work done, and then I'm gonna meet a friend. Guess for what? Dinner tonight, and then another friend for coffee tomorrow afternoon, and that's basically it for my weekend plans, and I'm not mad about it. I did actually see a post on Reddit by someone. She was like, I think 48 in perimenopause, and she was like, is it normal that I'm becoming more and more introverted, that I'm not really interested in seeing people anymore? And a ton of people were like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, yeah, it's a little scary, but it's just what it is, I suppose. Anyway, have an amazing weekend. I don't know when this is gonna go live, but yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.